The morning sun poured through the towering glass walls of the city's largest innovation center, casting bright reflections across polished marble floors as hundreds of professionals hurried toward the annual leadership summit. Expensive suits, polished shoes, and confident smiles filled every hallway, yet among the crowd walked a quiet single father carrying nothing more than a worn leather folder and the tiny hand of his 7-year-old daughter. Before the day was over, one careless question would expose the arrogance of appearances, and one unforgettable moment would remind everyone that true greatness never needs to announce itself. Before we continue, if you believe kindness deserves a second chance and that people should never be judged by their appearance, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment sharing where you're watching from, share this story with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to TrueTaleTime for more emotional stories that restore faith in humanity. Nathan Mercer had spent the last 6 years raising his daughter, Clara, completely on his own after losing his wife to a sudden illness. Every decision in his life revolved around giving Clara a future filled with love, stability, and opportunity. His mornings began before sunrise, preparing breakfast, helping with homework, and making sure she smiled before school. Although people often assumed he struggled financially because he drove an old pickup truck and wore simple clothes, very few knew that Nathan believed success should be measured by character instead of luxury. He avoided expensive watches, designer suits, and flashy cars because he had learned that the people who needed to prove their worth usually had the least confidence in themselves. That particular morning, Clara's school unexpectedly closed because of a maintenance emergency, leaving Nathan with no choice but to bring her to the conference where an important meeting would determine the future of a nationwide education project. He worried that bringing his daughter might appear unprofessional, yet canceling the meeting would disappoint thousands of students waiting for the program to launch. Holding Clara's backpack over one shoulder and his presentation folder under the other arm, he entered the conference center with quiet determination. Near the registration desk stood Vanessa Holt, an ambitious regional executive known for judging people within seconds. She noticed Nathan's faded jacket, practical shoes, and the little girl beside him. Assuming he was a delivery worker or maintenance contractor, she smiled with thinly disguised amusement before asking the question that echoed loudly enough for nearby guests to hear. "What's your position?" she asked with a laugh that drew several curious glances. The surrounding executives exchanged awkward smiles, expecting Nathan to feel embarrassed. Nathan simply smiled politely and replied that everyone would soon know why he was there. He neither argued nor defended himself. Instead, he thanked the receptionist, gently adjusted Clara's backpack, and walked toward the executive conference hall. Vanessa shook her head, convinced that security would eventually stop him before he entered the private meeting. Inside the massive conference room, sunlight streamed through floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the skyline. Hundreds of executives, investors, educators, and community leaders quietly settled into their seats while the event organizers prepared for the keynote speaker. Vanessa confidently took her place near the front, still unaware of what was about to happen. Clara sat quietly beside her father, reading a children's science book while Nathan reviewed a few handwritten notes filled with ideas about improving educational access for rural families. Then the doors opened. The chairman of the organization entered first, followed by several board members. The room immediately became silent. As the chairman looked toward Nathan, his face brightened with genuine respect. Without hesitation, he walked across the room, extended both hands warmly, and welcomed him with heartfelt gratitude. One after another, every senior executive rose from their seats. Soon the entire auditorium stood in applause, honoring the man many considered the visionary behind the nation's most successful educational technology foundation. Cameras flashed as reporters captured the remarkable scene. Vanessa's confident expression disappeared instantly. The man she had quietly mocked moments earlier was not an ordinary visitor. He was the founder whose personal donations had funded thousands of scholarships and whose leadership had transformed education for countless children. Nathan had deliberately avoided public attention for years. Rather than placing his name on buildings or advertisements, he quietly invested his resources where they mattered most. Every major project he supported carried the names of teachers, volunteers, and local communities instead of his own. Even many executives had never met him in person because he preferred working directly with families rather than appearing at ceremonies. As Nathan stepped onto the stage, he looked first toward Clara instead of the audience. His greatest achievement was not the standing ovation or the billion-dollar foundation he had quietly built. His greatest success was raising a daughter who believed kindness mattered more than status. He spoke about the importance of compassion, explaining that every child deserved an opportunity regardless of where they were born, what clothes they wore, or how wealthy their parents appeared. His calm words filled the hall with a silence deeper than applause because nearly everyone recognized moments in their own lives when they had judged someone too quickly. Vanessa remained frozen in her seat. Every sentence felt directed toward the mistake she had made earlier that morning. When the presentation ended, she slowly approached Nathan with tears forming in her eyes. Before she could speak, Nathan offered a gentle smile that carried neither anger nor pride. He understood that lasting change begins when people are given the chance to become better than they were yesterday. His quiet forgiveness left a stronger impression than any harsh response ever could. The conference concluded with the announcement of a new initiative providing free educational technology to underserved schools across the country. Thousands of children would benefit because one father had refused to let personal recognition become more important than meaningful service. As Nathan and Clara left the building together under the bright afternoon sky, photographers once again requested interviews. Nathan politely declined. Instead, he knelt beside Clara, held her hand, and together they walked toward their old pickup truck, smiling as though it had been the most ordinary day in the world. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, leave a comment about a time when kindness changed someone's life, and subscribe to TrueTaleTime so more people can discover stories that remind us never to judge a person by appearances. Special request: before you leave, comment with, "Kindness always wins," if you believe respect should be given before status is ever questioned. The brightest success is rarely the loudest. Sometimes it arrives wearing ordinary clothes, carrying a child's backpack, and holding a humble smile that asks for nothing except the chance to do good. The people who change the world are not always those standing in the spotlight, they are often the ones quietly lifting others toward it. And on that beautiful daylight morning, everyone in the room learned a lesson they would never forget: positions may impress people for a moment, but character earns a standing ovation that lasts forever.